everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chanler, aka Entrepreneur, and this is the Entrepreneur channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 factors to consider when you're talking about digital versus physical product. So before we get started, I just need to take a moment. First of all, I hope you guys are all continuing to be safe and healthy out there. I just want to take a moment. Can we just look at this really quick? No, just really quickly. Just, I can't get my nails done. Oh my God. Ladies, I understand the struggle. I'm not complaining. I mean, everything is closed, which is fine. You know, whatever needs to be done for us to remain safe and healthy, I'm all for it. And there are definitely way worse things going on than me not being able to get my nails done. And I'm a pretty simple girl. I'm not, but it's certain things that I actually do care about. And one of them is my nails. But it's okay. It's okay. Everything is closed right now. And to be honest, I think if they open doors to businesses tomorrow, I still don't think I would go get my nails done. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. You're not gonna catch me slipping. Okay, so let's get into the video. One of the first things to consider when you're doing physical product versus digital product, you have to ask yourself this question, and it wasn't until this pandemic happened that I even thought about this, which is weird. So the first thing to consider is, can it survive a shift? Can it survive a shift? Because so many businesses are suffering right now. So many businesses are trying to get their footing back, because of all this happening. But that is something to consider. Can your business survive a shift? When you're talking about physical product versus digital. And it's interesting because I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard a couple of weeks back that Amazon, even though they're still shipping in the US, I think I heard that they were shutting down warehouses in the UK. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if they've done that or if they, did it and they reopened it. I have no idea. But all this going on really made me think, like, this is a shift. This is a huge shift for business owners and the employees that work for those businesses. This is huge, So that's the first thing you need to ask yourself. And this applies, in my opinion, to all business. But when you're talking about physical product versus a digital product, can it survive a shift? So that's one thing to consider. I mean, you've got certain warehouses and manufacturers, and they're closing their warehouses. No one's in the office right now. So if you're having an issue, you can't really call them. I think some companies have it to where you can send email and, things like that. But it's going to take a while for them to get back to you because of the demand. I mean, everybody is at home, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of shifting going on. Like, this is, I guess, the quote unquote new normal. There's a lot to consider. Even though this pandemic is something that is unprecedented. This is crazy. It's definitely one for the books. But we don't know if this is it. We don't know if this is the only pandemic we'll ever experience, or the only shutdown we'll ever experience. We don't know. So I think through all of this is at least showing us as entrepreneurs and business owners that we gotta be prepared. We gotta be prepared, and we have to consider that question. Like, can my business survive a shift? So that's number 1. Number 2, the second factor to consider when you're talking about product, physical product versus digital product, is your startup capital. If you're starting out the gate and you're still trying to figure that out, physical product versus digital, you got to consider your startup capital, because obviously with a physical product, depending on what it is and how it's packaged, you know, you may go with shipping in envelopes. You may go with shipping with boxes. You may go with drop shipping, you know, to where you don't have to consider any of those factors. For those of you who don't know, drop shipping is basically when you're able to sell a product through a third party. You're not handling the inventory, not handling the orders, you're not handling shipping. The third party is handling that for you. So if you're doing that, you know, that budget may be a little different from you shipping it from your home, you know, and having all the inventory at home. So you got to consider that too. You got to consider the capital that you have to do this. One way may be a little less expensive than the other, and vice versa. So you kind of got to weigh that into that as well. With all that's going on, I know that there are some SBA loans that are out there for businesses. From what I'm hearing on the news, they're saying that a lot of those funds have already been depleted, but that doesn't mean that they may not open that up again. So you may be able to get some help, you know, as far as capital and things like that. There may be some things out there that you can apply for that can help you. So that's another thing you want to consider. Number three, and this to me is quite obvious, but to someone else it may not be. It depends on the person. It depends on the person, because you have some people out there who are tech savvy, but not only tech savvy, they are like computer geeks. Like that's their thing. They love computers, they love software, anything that they can get their hands on in regards to that. They are excited about it, and they know software very well. They know anything digital very well. And then you have some like me who are tech savvy, but I'm not actually like a computer geek. Like I'm something goes wrong with my computer, I'm having a mild heart attack, and I'm probably calling my son, who's 17, who just fixes everything when it comes to computers. I don't know how he does it, but I'm not her. Like if you're having a system breakdown, don't call me. I can't help you. I can't help you. I'll be on Google just like you. I don't know. It depends on the person. Like for example, when I started my very first company some years back, if you remember the story that I told in one of my earlier videos about the so-called friend of the family who basically robbed us and we never got the website done. I had all this inventory at the house. We eventually got the website completed with another company. So that was really great. But all the inventory was at my home. I had everything. I had the t-shirts, I had the boxes, I had the tissue paper, I had everything that I needed to package everything up. For me, it was fun. I enjoyed folding the t-shirt up. I enjoyed putting it in the tissue paper. I enjoyed tying it up and wrapping it up. That to me was fun. I enjoyed doing the invoice and the paperwork. To me, it was fun. And then you may have a person who doesn't think it's so fun, where they may just drop ship it, where they don't have to deal with the inventory at all, or it's just kind of a pain to them. So that's why I say it depends on the person. You know, you may have a person who really loves, like I said, all things digital. So if they have a digital product, they love everything that goes into that. And it's fun for them. And it's something that they enjoy doing day in and day out. So it can also depend on the person. You know, I personally love seeing my orders. I personally love filling them. I love doing it. It's fun. Well, to me it is. So when you're trying to figure out the factors of, you know, which one is better, like is a physical product better, is a digital product better, I really can't make that determination because of these three factors, you know, like, and they all vary depending on the person, depending on the product, depending on what's going on. This is an example of just the environment of, what's going on in the business world and in shipping and everything like that. So I really can't make a determination of whether physical product is better or if digital product is better. I think that's up to the individual. So those are my 3 factors to consider when talking about physical product versus digital. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are continuing to stay safe and stop going outside. Stop going outside. Outside is closed. Unless you're getting essentials, stay inside. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Definitely follow me on Instagram at Entrepreneur. The E is a 3. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Because even though this pandemic, Lord, the second factor oh, you may have someone who really loves computers and really, y'all gonna just let me say that? Realty. I think I need a nap.